What is up, jawbreakers? Broken Jaw Fishing here, and today we got a different episode. We got a Karen video for you. So I found a spot I've fished many times throughout my life on the side of the river. It's a side canal that comes out of one spot of the river and down into the other. And this guy has kind of owned it, or he just recently bought it. For the longest time, like in this video, when this Karen's talking to me, he said that it's been okay for a long time for people to fish here. It was never a problem. So people have been fishing there for a while. It's only recently when he's had lots made on here and a bunch of roads which have names on them, so they're public roads, so people could drive down them now. And so I've seen people, and I've fished right here many times throughout my life. And it was always a good place to go catch some nice smallmouth bass and other rainbow trout. Good place to take your kids. I used to take my girls there a lot and my boys when they're younger, and never had any problems. And this time, this Karen had to come down and say something, and saying that this is private property now, and which it might be private property now. He probably was right, you know, but I didn't really know that. I've been fishing there for years and never had any problems, and no one's ever said anything. And I've seen other people fish it. I see boats come down it like crazy, and they're not from the people that live on this little artificial, whatever you want to call it, whatever he thinks it is. It's a side channel. It's not a canal. See, a canal has a head gate or two that release the water down, and usually into another head gate. And there's this one giant opening on one side, and it goes down, and he has taken some of his excavation equipment and has widened that place where it goes out into the river, where it's huge. He cut off half the corner of it, and it's huge, where if this was a private lake like he says, he would have to have a couple of head gates right there, and he'd have to have his lake sealed in with a dike that had culverts that let water from this private lake of his into the river. But he don't have that. It's all just river runs right up into there, and river goes down in there, dude. And I still think I'm pretty sure that when this guy did this, he got fined by the state, but he's rich, and so he just paid the fine. No big deal. And so yeah, it was made me pretty mad, because I was fishing with my daughter. And so the whole video, I just kind of argued with him and stuff. I don't go down easy. And yeah, it's something that I still got to get a hold of the fishing game and talk about. And at the end of this video, when I shut my video off, I asked him, I didn't have it on this video, I asked him why he's stealing our fish then. And he completely shut up and left when I asked him why you're stealing our fish. Because if this is his own private pond or lake, whatever he wants to call it, then why he's stalking his own fish? And I don't like my fish getting stolen. And I know other people from Idaho that love to fish the Snake River don't like our fish getting stolen by a bunch of rich douchebags. And yeah, he needs to seal off the edge of that, for no one could go up in there in a boat, or no one could go out of there in a boat and stalk his own fish. But anyways, that's kind of what I had to tell everybody before I let you see the main footage of this video. All right, you guys, thank you for watching, and check this out.
How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
All right. Just having a good time with the daughter.
You know the people that own this lot?
Huh?
You know the people that own this lot?
I don't think anybody owns it yet.
Yeah, it's owned by I don't remember what the guy is.
Yeah, I've been fishing this for 25 years, this whole stretch.
Well, it's probably not been a problem in the past, but we developed it this last year and a half, 2 years. And all the lots are sold, and the homeowners association now governs the property.
Well, right now we're not even, the high water mark's right there, so
Okay.
What? No, this is connected to the snake, dude. It wraps all the way around. I've seen people bring their boats and stuff through here.
The ones that are bringing the boats through here probably live here?
No, they go right back out that entrance, or it connects to the other side.
Well, then they're here.
Do you guys like have, what's the issue with people that's fishing have a good time? You know, if everybody thought about that, and all land eventually gets bought, there will be no place for anybody to go fish or even hunt.
We're probably a long ways away from there, but
Well, it's getting there.
if everybody come out on private property and decided to fish wherever they wanted to, how would that work?
Well, if they know it's private and they ask permission.
Well, that's why I asked if you knew the owner.
I just thought they were developing it, and it's, the roads all have names, and so they're actually public roads. You could drive on them, and the right roadways, you could park 5 feet off the road. I see all sorts of people coming fish down over here.
Well, it's all coming to an end, is what I'm telling you. There has been in the past.
I mean, what's so wrong with that, though? What's so wrong with people coming down here and fishing? They ain't hurting nobody's property. We're just standing on the bank fishing, having a good time.
Okay, you may not be, but you know how long I've lived here?
I've lived here my whole life. I've been fishing this since I was 10 years old.
I've lived on this lake right here.
Well, this really ain't a lake, because it goes around, wraps around, and comes back out the other side.
This is no different than a canal. It's all privately owned. There's an inlet to the river, and there's an outlet to the river.
Got a little rainbow. Got one, Daisy, finally.
Did you get that other one?
The other one you caught? Yep.
It is your own.
Yeah, I've fished this whole stretch my whole life, and I've never did any harm to any property when this is all undeveloped. I respect their lands. I do ask for permission in many places I go. It says this has just been under construction, and you know, lots of people walk right down this and fish it. I mean, boats come down here. This one dude had a huge boat down here the other day. They barely fit underneath that bridge. And then they go right back out, and this connects to the river on the other side down over there. See kayakers come down here, people with jet skis. It's probably those people that have the jet skis, but I'm pretty sure this is labeled a waterway. I mean, if you show me something that this ain't a legit waterway because it's connected, it goes right here. I mean, if it was this one canal and it fed a whole lake, and you had like a small ditch that released it out into the river, it would be technically a lake, you know, a private lake. But since it connects from one spot to the other spot in the river, this water flows from the river, so this is the river water.
Well, this river water was purchased by the developer. Water Department Water Resources. We have like 32 cubic feet per second. That's called the non-consumptive use water right.
Well, they need to put that in the regs or something then. Because I never heard that rule before.
I guarantee you that. They used to, and then we stopped it. If you want to give me your...
Well, I'll call the Fish and Game and ask them myself about this.